Hello, traders. Welcome to the stream. Good to see y'all. I think it was just yesterday we discussed how we were looking at an asset that had crashed, and it's like it's not going to be the last one at all. And well, here's another one. Here's Dollar General that is down. Well, it's the worst day it's ever had. Down 20% roughly, and broke key supports. Look, you can clearly see from 2019, 2021, the zone of inflection between 167, 173, broken, shattered, capitulated. There's a lot of downside if buyers do not somehow in the coming days or weeks recapture that level, where you can see the real support resistance is way lower. From where you are just right now, there's like 26 to 33% downside. It's not to say it can't be bought up. It's not about the breakdown itself. It's about the fall through. Well, it's just begun, right? So a demand line that takes you all the way back to 2017 clearly just destroyed. More capitulation. Levies broke on this. So notable to look at. But who cares? It's Dollar General, man. Auto buy Apple every day the rest of your life. You'll be fine. You'll be rich, right? And then how it works, you just buy big tech and everything's good. That's the strat. Okay, so direct DG. Let's go to the Bitcoin real quick. Get off stream last night, not looking too good, and then it's like, oh god, down $360. It has stopped in its tracks since the sell-off last night. It went, buyers or the sellers pushed the price to $26,700, and it is held. It's been holding, but again, the context is pretty bad. You have one high, the second high, now the third high. Pretty proportionate to each other. It's not perfect, but at least you know the line in the sand here. I think the cutoff on Bitcoin's 26.7. I think owning it after that point, if the sellers are pushing the price below that support, I think that's where we could see a more significant drawdown with like a first minimum target of 25.2. That's just being nice, though. You know how this could go with a 786, 886 retrace from the previous low to high. We talked about that yesterday. If we get an audio check, make sure we're good there. Make sure. Why are y'all saying I look fresh today? Bro, I look like a homeless person. Get out of here. Okay. Audio's okay. All right, so buyers could hold. No one's here ever trying to be like, oh, we know a level's going to be defended or not by the buyers. I'm not saying I know, but I do know that is the line in the sand, and that's how close we are, and really you're right back at it. It could be a spring back test, but the context is bad because consecutive lower highs. It's not just like, remember, spring back tests can happen all over the place. The best spring back tests are coming off of massive drawdowns, after a sizable amount of time has gone by with bullish or just sideways consolidation. There's no classic distribution argument behind it, right? So this isn't really like your best place to be finding spring back test. Hey man, I mean, anything like this is good. I mean, you didn't have much time with the hammer. Almost looks like something like this, spring back testing the spring after the drawdown. Okay, so it's a better argument than, oh, you've rallied and now you're showing, that there are less market participants involved than before, over and over and over the course of 6 weeks. It is the verse of the month, just letting you know. And wow, really appreciate the support of the members who stayed around and the new members. So just a big round of Jesus chimes for them. Thanks so much to One Punch for joining for the first time this month today. I really appreciate that, One Punch. Welcome. And then also thank you OXDECAFBAD. Thank you, dude, for the 6 months of support, and thank you, Mike Lovin, for the 5 months of support. And then also thank you so much to Mike A, Harrison M, Jesse K, and JR. Thank you all for joining the Patreon virtually like today. Thank you all for that. I'm very, very grateful. Holy crap. 100% crowdsourced streams. First day of the month. Best day to join. You want this to keep going. It's on you. All right. So, not really great. Ethereum holding up better. It's no breakdown yet. It's crazy, right? Like the buyers are defending it. It looked like, oh no, it just seems like we're screwed. I mean, it will not hold. I'm telling you, if the buyers on Bitcoin cannot defend 26.7, this demand line, supply line will not hold. Like, you will be drawing down to 1730 if Bitcoin's breaking 26.7. So another day, another back test, an old supply line is demand line now. 43 minutes till the close. You're still in it, man. You're not out of the fight yet, which is kind of amazing. Or where Bitcoin's down like 1.3% and Ethereum's only down 0.42%. The trend's your friend, but the trend can be your friend even down here at 1630. So, all right, not much of a change. Crypto is not really the story these days. Chat box working today. Look, man, it's just, you do these streams every day and you know how it is, man. Sometimes you just don't pay attention to the small things like that. But got it working now. XRP down 1.78%. That's okay. 50 cents is still being regarded as support. Man, 50 cents is not a joke, man. Remember, I'm just going to keep reiterating these levels, you know, and I'm proving it by showing you. June of 2019, it was the high. That was the mega reversal. The market participants, the buyers pushed the price to that level, and when ultimately it was a failure, you know, XRP lost, oh my God, it lost 77% of its value. All right, so that's a key level. It's really good that the market participants have broken that level, and the buyers are, well, the sellers pushed it down, but the buyers are attempting to defend that level as support now. All right, again, a lot of accumulation going on XRP subtly over 84 years. You might have to hand the trade off to your ancestors, but eventually, if this all stays the same, if everything keeps up the way it's going, you'll eventually see 80 cents. Pretty good argument for it too, right? Because you had the drawdown, you hit the basement, and then sideways, and all of a sudden, toward, you know, after all this sideways consolidation for an entire year, all the higher lows coming in, the 200-day is being regarded as support, key ice lines from history being regarded as support. Those are good things, right? This is, I like the way XRP is shaping up right here in the middle of the big range, right? Between 32 cents and 55, 56 cents. Nice, dude. BNB down 0.4%. Again, man, you know where I'm at on this. It's just, there's no action to take for long right now. Even if it rallied higher, you have no argument, no technical argument to just be like, I'm gonna go long now just because. There was an argument to go short. Closer you were to 330, and you're in it, you're letting it ride. It's either gonna stop out. I mean, at this point, if it's in the money a little bit, then one could move their stop from the where the stop was initially to maybe the entry. So now you don't lose anything if the buyers start coming in again, because if they start coming in again, then it's like getting sketch for the sellers. Because at this point, this is where it should be like, yep, time to go down, time to go down, time to relent and let the sellers take over. They've taken over, but not by much. And that's the beauty of it, man. You don't have to know where an asset's going next to make money. You just got to know where the critical areas are, the general consensus areas where there would be a multitude of limit orders, limit buys, limit sells, because the buyers, sellers on the market, they're going to defend those levels. They defended the living crap out of 330, didn't they? Oh yeah, it's there. The line in the sand that's been plotted for years. Here it was, first time ever plotted in 2021. And ever since then, it's always been regarded as support resistance unless you truly are breaking it. You know, when you did break it, you back tested it. That was a bull trap. and then just multitude of failures again. And then we know like the big one on the bottom is 225. Homeless look us in these days. All right, well, then just consider me a hipster. Do I need to do this? Should I do this, man? Would this help my image? Would I be cooler or not as cool with the Ray-Ban Clubmasters? We'll call them, we won't call them Ray-Bans. We'll call them layaway gas station glasses for the sake of my image today. Yeah, I guess we could ask Jonathan. Jonathan, what do you think about the glasses, man? Should I keep them or dump them?
I like turtles.
Oh, perfect answer. Thank you, Jonathan. I had no idea you were even going to say that, man. But we'll look at totals at your request. I mean, again, we can just looking at on the daily. All right, so, you know, the things going on here. Oh, my God, I didn't even notice the slanted trend line I had. Look at this. The neckline of the Head and Shoulders has been formally back tested as resistance. You can't even make this up. And at the time it's doing that, the supply line is being regarded as resistance. Oh, my God, it's the Office Space. What would you do if you had $1 million? I would back test two trend lines at the same time. I think that's what he said verbatim. And now you're just right there. You're kind of back in jeopardy of breaking this level again. God. Because we've just been looking at it on the 4 hour, right? Yeah, just, man, that's not really good, man. Why is this level being regarded
First
so
tip
well?
of the month, high IP. Patron for life. Thanks, Mitch. Kangs.
Wow, Mr. Anderson, thanks for the 1337 contribution. The old school Neo contribution. Neo the crypto, perhaps you've heard of it. It's an Esco and Beanie Baby. Has the power of Matrix. Thank you, dude, and thank you for the ongoing support. Yeah, you are an OG, they would call it in some neighborhoods. Thank you, dude. Yeah, 4 hour is telling a story here. I think Mr. Anderson would be like, what the F? That's so bad. Like, what are you doing that? What, up thrusting and then back testing the up thrust as resistance at the whole zone, and now you're just right there pulling out the magnifying glass to see the price action correlating to this level? Mike, that's so awful. Good God, I have no words. That's ultimately the worst thing you could do. You get overbought in the downtrend by hitting the supply line, just like if this was an uptrend, this would be considered oversold in the uptrend, and then the buyers defended it. Just kidding. The sellers defended the supply line a couple times. So, backtests of upthrusts normally conclude like this, but it hasn't happened yet. There hasn't been follow through. Looking at Bitcoin, I mean, I know you're above $26,700. And I'm never going to be one to try to be making calls, okay? But the context is pretty terrible on Bitcoin right now with the lower highs, the consecutive lower highs. So that's just not what we were wanting to see today. Could someone let Jonathan know? Because he might start crying. Dang, man. That's awful. What we could do, we can go to, let's go back to that total 3 chart. Good beats today. Yeah, just no solace here. I have concerns. I do have concerns here, man. You know what really happened? I mean, just think about it. It's like a bearish shark type 2 return occurred. That's it. I mean, we don't even have to look at it. We look at the weekly to see how bad it is. But just to have fun here, Scott Carney phonics, I guess. But here it is, right? You see it. It's there. It's a concluded W, type 1 and type 2. And the prevailing trend is not bullish. So therefore, I'm just thinking here, you could have good performance. So New lows to be coming in for total 3 in time. Oh, God, dude. Total's the worst. Total just makes me kind of a little nauseous. But this one kind of takes the cake. Look at the weekly here. Yeah, the weekly, as we looked at it yesterday. I mean, that's brutal. And here's the thing. Say you're a little more optimistic than me on literal virtual beanie babies that serve no purpose. Right? This is the chart that excludes Bitcoin, Ethereum, which have wonderful applications to the real world. Okay, got it. And then, so you're taking out the two that matter the most, and then you're left with this, a break below the 2017 cycle top. Think about it. There were like 3,000 to 3,500 cryptos back then, December 2017. There are 18,000 plus cryptos now, and the market cap for total 3 is lower. Something's off here, right? That shouldn't be the way it is, but it is reality. And if you're below that, if you're below the 200-week moving average, you just, if you care about technicals at all, you just have to be bearish. It's automatic robot bearish. Now you get back above 358 billion, you get back above the 200-week moving average, maybe you got a chance. But for now, you don't even have so you're saying there's a chance right now. Nope, not until that's breached. And you could do that. You're so close to it, right? The buyers are so close to this level, the price is so close to this ice line that, all right, we do it tomorrow, fine. But until that actually happens, one must be bearish. The longer you stay below 358, higher the probability becomes the trend that is prevailing will resume, recommence. So at least to test 320 and then probably 289 after that. So just, I don't know, man. This is the way I'm reading it. It could be completely wrong here. That's terrible, though. All right. So that's what you got in the crypto world for the most part. Again, man, most of these, don't get mad at me. Most of these coins don't really even deserve screen time anymore. They're so illiquid. They're so dead. They're so sideways and don't do anything. They don't even produce patterns anymore. This is a new phenomenon that's really been going on for, I don't know, past few months. The war on crypto exchanges, on-ramps and off-ramps. It's just different now, and I'm just witnessing it. So it's just kind of a waste of time. We can look at traditional markets, get a little bit more done. Okay, here's your S&P 500. This is the weekly, so no breakout yet, close. And my God, we're testing it. All right, I think we might have tested it. We're probably off. We'll test it tomorrow then. It was great though, man. I mean, you understand the S&P 500 today. It was the highest daily candle close since August 19th of 2022. That happened today. So some short-term Jesus chimes. Back to the gap fill. But again, the gray zone there, that's the big inflection point. That's the breakout level. That's where, hey man, we're bull trending. We're heading on up to 4,500, 4,550, but you haven't broken that yet. From October to now, you're still below it. Still at an 88% retrace from this previous August high to the low point. So yeah, I'm just showing you how it is, and no breakout yet, despite incredible occurrences of multi-month highs on the close. That's great, man. So y'all are serious that the audio levels are okay, where I'm not being drowned out by the music, but you can kind of hear the music and it sounds good, but it's just quiet, really quiet. Excellent. I just never know. I have my headphones on to try to help with that. Seems okay. All right. S&P and the Dow Jones, they were selling it off. It was dumping. And then, of course, the plunge protection team, the bots, whatever, coming on in. I think some credit card processors did well today. And then, of course, Apple, Microsoft did well. So there were not many assets down today on the Dow Jones. And here it was. The 200-day simple moving average once again defended, but woefully below the key inflection points. It's like total 3, where you just, until certain things occur, you cannot change your opinion with price action, right? Until these levels are recaptured, until you start making a higher high locally, you cannot be bullish on the Dow Jones until those things happen. I'll be the first one to talk about it when it does occur. When or if these magical buyers, these people that have been offloading their position quietly, subtly over the course of 7 months, I'll be the one to tell you that bids are coming in, and now we're breaking to new highs, and that's great, but that hasn't happened yet, and you're below support resistance, so you just got to be like bearish until that changes, and that's fine. If it does change, I'll change the way I think. That's how it works. That's how inflection points are. Okay. That's it. That's your Dow Jones. Good. Up 0.47% today, but nothing burger in actuality. Just didn't make like fresh lows. All right. Inverse of that would be the NASDAQ. That fresh highs, really. I mean, not intraday, but the candle close. It was the highest daily candle close really since August 15th, right along the lines of the S&P in terms of the highs, right? The 2023 highs, and there hasn't really been an edge. There's no edge. They keep pushing this thing up, and the divergence argument is not even really there anymore. Even though, like, again, when this thing flushes, which it will one day, you will get at least a drawdown like that, like you got from February to mid-March, right? You'll get a drawdown like that, even if it's going to pivot and then rally higher. I'm just saying, at this point, there's not really much of anything screaming, oh, we're gonna dump soon. You don't have to have an edge for a dump to happen. So, cool. Great stuff, though. Russell 2000, of course, another day, another Rudy Poo, just price action. Good luck, dude. Good luck competing with the bots. I mean, imagine trying to trade this like mid-March. Here we are. It's June 1st. Sideways. Oh, they defended it again. Look how many days. These are each day represents entire trading session. It's garbage. It's complete trash. But yeah, it's not below. Dude, again, it's at an entry level for a long. It just is, because that's support. But have fun. Have fun getting chopped up. I don't trust small caps at all. I don't care. I'll go with an individual stock out there with an edge all day over this stupid trash index fund. No thanks. But cool, it's up 1% today. It'll be down 1% tomorrow. It'll gap down tomorrow. Then it'll gap up the next day. It'll gap down. Zero days till expiration options. Sedating the market. You want to talk about sedation? You want to talk about morphine, or let's just call it fentanyl now? They, like all these people overdosing on fentanyl, and somehow, some way, fentanyl has flooded into the volatility index. Okay. Lowest daily candle close in the volatility index since November 3rd, 2021. Yep. Overdosing on being sedated. It's done. Guess we're going to 12. Down 12.77% today. Yeah, this is how they've killed the market. The volatility, right? The moves. They figured out, they didn't know what they were doing in 2008, right? I mean, that was the problem, right? All the algorithms were all set up the same way to trade based on volatility thresholds and all that, and not anymore, man. They got it under wraps, because those bots are still kind of maybe programmed the same way, but they know how to tame the VIX. This is the key to the entire world of the markets, the VIX. Just like in 2018, it was the same story like this. And just one magic day, the XIVs liquidated because it dropped like 70% in one trading day. The XIV, my God, is no more. All right, we're sedated here. Okay, Apple, I guess we're going to the 113. Up after hours too, up 1.6%, then up 0.3% after hours. 113 seems like, I guess it's the next place. That's all-time highs. Apple's gonna make all-time highs, at least like by $1 at this point. Look at it, and just breaking out of the wedge. The bearish divergence means nothing. Clearly doesn't mean crap. All right, but you're just approaching another resistance, and have fun. Okay. Nothing actionable here, just to look at it and say, wow, it's not going to stop. It's weird though. Apple, there's like Wall Street Journal came out with a article today talking about they have the new savings account, high interest rate savings account, and people are having real big trouble withdrawing from that, which is like, what are you doing? What people are doing that? They're, like, it's been around a month, man. You need to pull your money out now? Why'd you even put it in there? Complaining about taking it out now. Oh God. Anyway, so Goldman Sachs is partnering with Apple. And so you think, well, Apple would pull back. Nope, they tried flooding Apple, but it backfired and hit these guys. There it is, down 2.3%. And that was the news-driven catalyst for that being that. It's up 0.43% after hours. Everything's going to be fine, man, right? Just looking at an asset, back testing resistance as resistance and below the 200-day moving average, and just very weak here. But it's going to be okay, man, because they've rigged the market. It's just going to money go burr forever. Well, there's no more money printer. It just goes up. All right. Leading indicators are terrible. What credit card delinquency has hit a 13-year high today. Things are just going to keep getting worse and worse, but it doesn't matter. The stock market is not the same thing as the economy. So, but again, so many sectors, individual assets are garbage. Technically, they look like trash, but they're just not rolling over really. They're so close though. Okay, let's go to Microsoft, because Microsoft also is just another one that's just ridiculous. Highest highs. Well, it did make the highest high. It was so close, man. Let's see. No, it wasn't. It was the second highest close. It did not close higher than May 26th high. But guess where you are? Remember, you're at the global, I guess you'd call it the major 88% retrace from the highest high of all time to the lowest low of the drawdown. 88%. And the bearish divergence, I guess, doesn't matter though. They're just going to keep it going, man. They're going to do it. It's not even like too many people are short. People are like, retail's like long right now. But yeah, I guess you can't lose in this market. Biden's market, just number go up forever. All right. Google, unfortunately not in the same situation. Only is it that golden retrace and can't go any higher, stuck. Maybe this will be the next one to pump. I don't know, but you're just at a profit-taking level of the trade setup that was posted in March, and that's it for now. You're above the resistance points. I guess it depends, right? You're not above the March 2022 lows, but that's where you're at. You're testing that, and no selling pressure right now. So maybe it's going to catch up and pull an Apple and a Microsoft. Amazon made its highest highs of the year today. So, man, that's so wrong. So wrong, dude. You have no evidence of that. Okay, right. So hitting that 382 again. Highest daily candle close since September 19th, 2022. And hopefully it can be broken because the trade setup target is 135.79. Don't know if you'll get there. You might pull back first, but not in not on this market. Nah, man. Tech's just gonna consume the world. Gonna keep going. This is great, man. This was specimen behavior with the Momo shift, then the breakout, and then the back test of the breakout with a piercing line reversal. It's gorgeous. I mean, that's true technical analysis, not knowing if it was actually going to play out. But you don't have to, because you have the nice strategic stop loss set up, and it never even came close to being threatened. It's beautiful. Risk management. That's all TA is. Risk management. Last time I checked, there are supports and resistances in crypto, and those levels are regarded all the time as support and resistance. Okay, well, let's do the big four. Let's get Nvidia, because Nvidia demands respect. You understand? Demands. Up 5%. Looks like this isn't going to stop anytime soon. I mean, of course, this is still valid as a reversal. Well, if it makes too much sense that it's going to reverse something like this, probably not. You know, breakaway gap. I mean, yeah. So just holding up, buyers coming in, and I don't trust a reversal yet. You got to get more follow through than this. This pathetic, like just gapping up and then rallying all day today. 420 target. You almost got to 420. You've never seen it before. Everyone in here should have their alert set up at $420 on the dollar, on the cent. Just so we have, it's like synchronizing our watches together, right? When we see it, we can all think about each other and be like, bruh, is that a joint on Nvidia for real? Yes, for the first time in human history, it would be a joint. So set it up with me. But yeah, man, just these are conditions where you are gambling, right? People talking about going short up here. It's like you're playing Russian roulette, man. The buyers could push this thing so much higher before reversing. It's like trying to chase a tornado with no understanding of the winds and what direction you're going. Good luck. Tornado's just going to turn and wreck you. 5% rally today, 5% dump tomorrow, 7% rally the next day. Good luck. You will go insolvent. Market's going to stay irrational longer. You're going to stay solvent and stuff like this for sure. It's right now we're living that the market is irrational longer than we're going to stay solvent. Yeah, I'm losing my solvency in terms of my mental state, right? Just losing it because you can't, even the bad performers are just not really going down. Just being propped up. Any sell off just getting bought up, but not really going high. And then the next day it's a wash, rinse and repeat every day. AMD up 1% today. Really, I mean, that dark cloud cover is still very valid. And you are right at the key inflection point, that candle high close from 2021. Again, this is just roulette up here. You're just in a casino. You had chances, man. People could have strategized an entry so well on something like Nvidia and AMD. All right, where back tested support as support again in February. And the supply line was support. Those are areas to think about it. Up here, it's a joke. Let's go to, guess we could switch it up a little bit if y'all want. Well, let's look at Dollar Tree, because we looked at Dollar General, right? And my God, it's miserable. Yeah, it's over. Lowest daily candle close on the Dollar Tree since May of last year. I guess you're going to get a 125. When they're probably 116 after that. The 2018 peak. The trend's reversing. You're in the midst of a major trend reversal on Dollar Tree right now. The lower highs and now the lower lows. What's going on with this? Oh my God, Foot Locker again, wrecked. Oh my God, dude. Foot Locker, lowest daily candle close since July 15th of last year.
Lieutenant Ponzi super chatted $30.
Lieutenant Ponzi, thanks so much for the 30. Did you know you've been promoted today? Because we had a demotion, right? I don't know if no one even said anything about the joke, did they? In the chat and the stream title. Dollar General getting demoted from the general to Dollar Colonel. Ha. So, yeah, the poor get poorer, obviously, on some of these, right? And it's just each day, it's another earnings report. Each day, another massive drawdown. It's a good order, man. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Whoa. He tipped me in US dollar tether.
Crypto _hoarder tipped $100.03. High, 100.000000 USDT.
Tether. What's going on with that, man? Have you ever tipped me in Tether before? I mean, I know you've tipped me in exotic cryptos, but Tether. Interesting. That might be, I didn't even know I guess you could. You can do Tether or the US dollar coin. Nice choice. And thank you for the contribution, bro. I really appreciate that. Crypto Hoarder. He's in the chat, man. I'm sure that he's kind of like me on this whole, good God, man. The suspense of Ethereum holding the support. How can it with Bitcoin looking so bad? But Bitcoin is testing the support, but it's not breaking because there's just not enough sellers, not enough buyers to keep things. It's dead market, man. Oh my God. For crypto, I don't know. It's crazy. I used to like scan through S coins like every day, and now it's just like I'm just going to my stocks, the stock watch lists and stuff, man. The ETFs, the sectors. Like Foot Locker's more exciting than 99% of other cryptos. You get that? This crashing is way more exciting than what any crypto's doing right now. So look at stuff like Nike. Hey, look. Nike doesn't matter because it's up 2%. Everything's like up after hours based on nothing. Joke market. But it did make its lowest daily candle close since December. It was the lowest daily candle close of the year today. And it broke the support today, really. Look, it broke the January 2020 peak. Just number go down. I'm sure this will eventually rally. After such a, just every day it's going down. Yeah, Nike, and then but here's like why the Dow Jones rallied. Okay, you have like American Express, massive green candle up after hours, back above support resistance. The bullish divergence playing out. Actually looked okay, right? The low, then like the 886 higher low is pretty interesting too. Yeah, so there you go, man. This is gonna be stuff like this. Then Visa, I'm sure. I'm just confused. Like, if the new data about the credit card delinquencies happening, 13-year highs, I guess is that good for Visa? That more people are gonna default eventually on their credit cards, on their debt. Look at that. I mean, just like a hammer back test at the ice line and the demand line. Open gap, but dang, man, highest close since the 22nd of May. Yep, and then Home Depot, no real development besides another bearish back test, right? You're below the level. Look at the candle high close from August 2020, November 2020. You just went up and tested that again to close. So it's not, it was a nice day, but not really making any technical breakthroughs like American Express, like breaking resistance, or Visa holding support with a rally. Not doing that right now. So Like Caterpillar was up. I can't even tell. Can you tell? Caterpillar was up 1.6%. Just gapped up. You know, yesterday, lowest daily candle close since October. And it just gaps up today and just sideways. There's nothing that's changed on this. It just seems bad and like 187 target eventually. But yeah, I'm sure it's going to have ups and downs. JP Morgan rallied, you know, banks. Okay, dude, I just don't understand the price action, how stupid it is. Like, why are there less market participants involved? Why do they keep failing the test? And then they just don't roll over. Stupid market. Like, what? Like, this is normally like, okay, things are really going to dump now. Nope. Irrational longer than we can stay solvent. UNH just keeps going. Yeah, 2 days now of this. There's no way the Dow Jones would go down if this keeps up. So it looks like it's going to back to 500, test that 508. And I guess it's all about this high. Will buyers ever be able to take out 530? Yeah, and so on. I mean, energy rallied some today, not by much. Like, see, Chevron. I mean, nothing really changed. No breakthrough, nothing crazy. Buyers trying to defend this local low from March. All right. 3M was up 1% today. Wow, man. It made its lowest price in years. Made its lowest price actually since 2012. Today. But it was up 1%, man. So celebrate or else. Celebrate. Or you're canceled. Target's still like 89.50. Yeah, we should go all day, man. Disney up 0.7%. Nothing changed. You're still below $90. Therefore, you're still screwed. Right? Anything below 90 is bad. Bearish. Bearish below 90 until you get above it. If you get above it, maybe we'll talk. But for now, it's awful. And you got that bullish divergence kind of going on like you saw on American Express. Excuse me. Walmart up 0.3%. I mean, maybe it's a bullish 5-0. Yeah, just, again, it's just ludicrous, you know, where the parabolic uptrend was breached. It was broken. Look at this, you know, going back to 2015. You broke it. You filled the gap after the big sign of weakness, and now you're testing resistance one time, then 2 times and failing. It just doesn't matter. Like, doesn't matter, like, what kind of tests happen in this clown market. I don't know. Again, it hasn't really completely played out. It could definitely go a lot lower. Just, I don't know, man. There's never going to be an event that happens, no catalyst. I mean, to make these things respect the TA at this point, it's just me, dude. Sleepwalking is the complacency, man. It's a complacent rally happening. I like things like Verizon that hit their lowest lows in years. You know, like it's up today, 0.25%. It engulfed yesterday, gap filled. That's it. Still miserable. So many things in the Dow Jones look like this. They're just bad, but they're catching rallies. Things are a lot more downside than this. This thing has been cooked. I mean, this double bottomed here. I'm not gonna be that surprised, right? Because it's been absolutely murdered. And Johnson & Johnson, you know, it was down today. And look where this thing's at. I mean, how critical of an area is this for J&J? It's so important. But look, I mean, like just here's the highest high, then the lower highs, then the highest high, then the sell-off, then the lower high again, then the lower low, then the lower high. And it's like, all right, so an argument's being constructed letting us know there are less market participants involved with this asset. More and more, right? And just win follow through ever. Win circuit breakers, win something. Win pullback. Anyway, yeah, the CRM was the worst performer today because just earnings.
Anonymous
it didn't
tip
matter.
$31.
Nothing happened.
Can we check out Baba and Square?
Anonymous, yeah, sure. Sure will do it. Much love. Yep. So, I mean, like, despite, who cares? Like, oh, it was down 5%. And then look at the rally intraday. It's just, Still above 209 even. Like 209 is just a level from 2021 and a peak from 2020. So, all right. Completely violated wedge. I don't even think this is, it's still there, but you're at the end of the line, Junior. I'm just looking at it as the worst performer on the, if this was the worst performer on the Dow Jones, my God, maybe the Bears are in trouble, man. Again, I can't be like I'm bullish on Dow Jones until we get above those levels. You know how it works, right? We get above those levels, I'll be, hey man, some good stuff's happening. But until then, it's garbage. Yeah, might as well just knock him out right now, all right? Baba, yeah, that was such a disappointment, man. It's like with all the, look at what's going on with this market, and then I think it's just, man, it's not dead yet per se. Wow, and look how the divergence extends on here. So there's a lot of work to be done, but man, getting back above 86.75 could be really good. The trade setup could be back on the table because that's what it's about. The whole trade setup depends on price action to $87. Being above 86.75, you got a real chance here of doing something special. But until then, you got to be really cautious because of just the weakness of China. There was like a report that came out, I can't remember which firm, talking about the stance on Chinese stocks is they're too cheap to short, but they're just not valuable enough to, and too risky to long. So it's just like, do nothing. Don't even touch them. That's, again, that was just one analyst. I would say don't touch until above $86, $86.75. And then I think you might be in good shape. I mean, this could continue on. This is the shakeout, man. This could be the last attempt from the composite man to get as many shares as he can right here before he really marks this thing up to 110, 120. So I haven't given up on it yet per se, like this idea of the massive inverse head and shoulders. Still waiting for a couple things to happen to want to be able to say, I like this again. Right? It was okay above it and below it. No, if you do something like this, then we're in insanely good shape for a lot of upside. Okay. Just waiting for the composite man to finish this stupid game. We got, look on the 8s. Oh my God. Yeah, it's like tough, man. It's like, how do you be like, oh yeah, longing while it's making the lowest lows of the entire year and no support, no gap. There's an open gap at like 76.12 and it didn't even get filled in the past few days. Crazy. Yeah, Hoarder, man, I need to bring that back. It's such a, do you like the idea? It was like a spaceship stream type idea. Like I put a lot of thought into it and it's like, it's never been done before, right? You know, the whole engagement when someone tips, different weather event. Love that. That was so fun. I want to do that. Not being, I look like such a tool in that, whatever the hat is called, the baguette, or I hate that, but I could just be the composite man. I'll put sunglasses on, just be composite man. And not be, whatever his name is, Mikhail.
China to me, China.
When bear costume stream?
Jeffrey Yoon, what's up, man? Thanks for 3. You know, I'd not heard from you in a while. Thought, oh my God, is he just another casualty of the siege of time? Like a bro, like so many bros have fallen to that siege. Thank you for proving me wrong. Good to see you again, man. Kings, dude. But China, this is China. And again, all the other, most other ones, this is the only one that actually has some sort of argument that's okay. Only one. IQ and Tao and Baidu, all, I think they're garbage. I wouldn't touch them anyway. There it is. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a new daily candle close on Bitcoin and all of crypto. Let's go out to the chat. It's the first of the month, bad. New monthly price action, 4-day sell off, but just turning the wheels and not really going very far, are you? Seller's not going anywhere, buyer's not going anywhere. It's pretty garbage. But hey, man, I mean, any day above 26.7 to 26.650 is a good day, man. Till it breaks. And when it breaks, it's over. For Ethereum, BNB, all of them, man. But if it holds, you know how good things are, man. It's just, there's a very rare amount of time where you go to any asset. Doesn't matter how significant, how good the fundamentals are. It doesn't matter about any of that. But I would say 90% plus of the time, 95% of the time, you're just going to go to a chart randomly, scanning through it, and it's not going to present you with any sort of good edge, right? Where it would be at an inflection point. It's showing all the stuff we're looking for at that level, like divergence, structural developments, consolidation, accumulation. 95% of the time, it's going to not be like that. Therefore, it's a coin flip. And so it's just when I have friends that text me about a particular asset, like, look at this one, tell me where it's going next. It's like, that's just not how it works. If he wins the lottery and asks me about a random asset he just wants me to look at, and it shows the edge, my God, he's so lucky. He's extremely lucky. Hard to trust it out of the classic distribution now. Confirmed, really. No, I mean, yeah, that's the thing, man. They have tamed volatility so much that, think about it, the date that an unlimited debt ceiling, unlimited spending debt ceiling got passed for the most radical, unhinged, lunatic, communist, compromised government administration in the history of the country, right? They do that and the market pumps. I guess it makes sense, right? We could say, oh, because everything's gonna get, oh, the US dollar's gonna get devalued, so number gotta go up. All right, dude. It's good news that the Uniparty has completely destroyed what's been built over the past 200 plus years. Real good, dude. So excited. Yeah, make your money while you can, because I don't know, man. Everything's disconnected from reality, and this market is anyway. Except the small caps, they make more sense, right? Dude, McCarthy will represent conservatives. No, he actually did a 180. Like, it's the most absurd thing I've ever heard in my life, right? What he was saying, and then what actually the bill was. And they're funding all the IRS. That whole 87,000 IRS agents, the conservatives, right? The red team. They're like, yeah, that's fine. Let's do it. They do not represent anyone, any person. It's insane, dude. Like, this is, and nothing will change because no one's ever going to risk anything. No one, like, what can you do? Like, they own everything, right? Everything's compromised. It's so corrupt to the core now. Like, how do you even, the only way to change it is dismantling it and starting over. That's how bad and corrupt it is. Like, you can't just reform these alphabet agencies. They have to be shut down because they are so corrupt and compromised. Let's go Square. Good stuff, man. This is beautiful. I mean, this is like a work of art. The trade setup, still active, still okay.
WW.
What's up, Alex? Thank you for the 20. Yeah, we'll look at Weight Watchers. Weight Watchers are going to change the world. But my God, this is literal artwork. You got an asset, back testing, a support, completing the Scott Carney bullish bat, breaking a supply line yesterday, holding above it today. This is as low risk of a long opportunity as it gets, even if it fails. It's not about knowing if an asset's going up or down. It's just about knowing where the inflection points are and the structural developments at those levels to help you have a greater than coin flip chance that it would do those things. But even with that being the case, one still never expects anything but something happening, not what we want to happen. No emotions at all. So great so far. It's going to take a while, man. It's going to, oh God, I don't know how long. But this is a great start to that trade setup that was posted. What was it? Was it May 17th? I had no idea that buyers would defend the level. All we know is the 886, the ice line. And that engulfing candle, I think, was the day where it was like, all right, that has to be it, right? So a lot of upside if unless the world collapses, right? Unless like the big drawdown happens, oh, this thing's gonna get nuked. This thing can't play out if like the collective macro dumps bad, which it's at those levels, those 886s, those, you know, like straight line up. I mean, where reactions, reversals occur, but no asks, only bids on this rigged market. So it's probably going to be fine, man. And if it's not fine, then you'll get stopped out. You'll take on minimal losses. You move on with your day. There you go, Anonymous for Babas and the Squares. Let's go to the weight watches. Yeah, the party's kind of over on this one. I mean, right? It was the gap up and the run to the levels, and then you confirmed. Not once, but then twice. And then you had what? Dark cloud cover reversal on Weight Watchers on May 8th. And that has been playing out brilliantly. That's something, man. Thinking about a confirmation high on the daily at an inflection point and getting a Japanese candlestick reversal on that second high at the level. That's Jesus levels.
Requested plug a
few
days ago after stream. Was it?
That's right. No, it wasn't. Yeah, I know. I even said how sometimes it just really gets difficult to just, if that ever happens, just be sure to like DM me, direct message me in the Discord. It'll make it so much easier. Or Brad, like Brad's like part of my brain, you know, like you let him know, he's gonna make sure I know. So he you know, he is the wielder of the good idea folder. We'll look a plug after this. Sorry about that, man, but appreciate it. So, right. So one high, no one knows, even though it was a shooting star, crazy, right? But then the second test, a shooting star into a dark cloud cover. Sounds like a freaking Tolkien novel, right? Up here. And then the follow through, and then just, you know, closing right where you did yesterday. And there's no support really, like not much anyway. Maybe 605, but I just, the party, that run, it was like down here when we were screaming about it, like, hey, dude, this is pretty interesting. Composite Man's definitely accumulating here, and buyers are defending this ice line way back from history, right? Look. Right there, 2015. That was awesome. Now, I don't know. Like, you know, like again, we were here. If you're a patron, I think even if you watch the stream, you know for an effing fact, we were watching this thing here and it looked interesting. There is nothing interesting really about Weight Watchers anymore because the party happened, right? What happened? Goes from one level to the next major level that's been plotted here for years. And then it double top there with amazing stuff, right? Japanese candlesticks. So now it's like, okay, maybe it rallies here next, but you know, then maybe it doesn't. It's like coin flip levels now. All right. Oh God, there's crypto total market cap still just hanging out below 1.095 trillion, just hanging out, man. Plug Power Connect. Pretty garbage, man. Just gonna be straight up. This is terrible, dude. Like, oh my God. You're talking about Plug, not the crypto. There used to be a crypto called Plug back in the day, but I think it got delisted for being a scam like everything else, right? Plug. Sure, yeah, maybe some divergences here on the RSI. Acty kind of ugly. All right, you made the low, then you made the very, very lower low with about the same levels of relative strength, maybe slightly higher level. So, but here's the thing, if that's bullish divergence, where are the bids? Like, that's it? That's all that happened off this really nice looking divergence on the daily? Like, there should be some massive max bidding coming in on Plug to take it back to 1062, 1342, and it's not happening. Right. Again, normally when you're taking like longs on the daily with conviction, you're looking for like a form of confirmation, right? You're not looking to be just longing because has it bottomed? How do you even know? How do we know it topped? It topped because it confirmed distribution below 200-day moving average, rivaling the previous high from November. Same high, slightly high in February. And look at the drawdown. Like there was a form of confirmation for shorts in the prevailing downtrend. There is no confirmation from buyers. There is no prevailing uptrend. It's just garbage with some divergence. Congratulations. One variable. It's not enough of an argument. And kind of holding on to some level in 2014. But yeah, I would think 659 is a better area, and it can go up, dude. Just because say in the next few days it really goes on a rally. It's in a coin flip spot right here. It's not at an inflection point one way or another. It's just in the middle. So this is roulette levels. There's no trading here. It's just you're going to the slot machine, pulling the lever, or playing blackjack. All right, you can do that. It's just you're not strategizing in any regard on plug right now. That's it. No plugs today, man. Everyone keeps talking about Litecoin. Everyone's talking about Litecoin. Well, dude, Litecoin, again, if you haven't noticed or heard, it's one of the best looking cryptos that exists right now in terms of technical arguments. It is. It just is. Classic accumulation. Well, getting there. I love this local higher low. I love the hammer. I love the 200-day moving average being defended. I love $84 at the same time being defended and rallying off of that. Bullish engulfing candle yesterday and the highest daily candle close since April 18th. Which just happened to pretty much be the highest candle close of the year, rivaling another candle from February. So extremely strong. Yes, nothing's changed on this one. This is like one of the only ones. I mean, like if it's either Litecoin or Ethereum, probably with technicals. And Ethereum, again, man, it's just so close. But this one, it's nice. I think a stop loss below $84. Maybe below $81 would be safe. Yeah, I mean, 105 is the target here, unless Bitcoin flushes, because Bitcoin could at any time flush because where it is, how close it is to that level. If it does, forget it. I mean, Litecoin's going to get nuked like everything else. But if Bitcoin just holds on and doesn't crash, look at what it's going to do. It's like a reaccumulation's occurring with the sell wall. Someone's got a sell wall up, right? They're not letting it get above a certain level because they want to acquire their position. They want to acquire more Litecoin. So they put up the sell wall and the buyers see that on the order book. They relent and then the sell off occurs. But each time you have higher lows. And that just means there are more market participants owning this asset than before. And eventually that market participant finally has acquired enough that they're comfortable with, that they wanted their position, and then finally that supply would be, the sell wall, the limit sells would be lifted, and then a massive markup after to probably 140 in time if this is real life. So yeah, Litecoin's technically the king. Technically superior to most things. Almost every single crypto. It's better technically. Yeah, there's just not enough liquidity in crypto. So it's just like, okay, this is your Tokyo Rose inside an absolute landfill, right? Litecoin is a rose in a landfill, surrounded by garbage, trash, scams within scams. And so at any time, the wobbling washing machine next to it could just fall down and crush this little Tokyo Rose in the dumpster. Normally, you want to be trading in a pasture full of roses.
FDX
oh, it's beautiful. That means the trend's bullish. You have a garbage trend with no liquidity. That's a landfill with a bunch of scams surrounding it. So not the best conditions, right? And here's total again, just below. Yeah. And then we can look at, I don't think we looked at the quad screen yet. This is the stock market futures. Okay. S&P in the top left, which is just, it's astounding that they keep this going, but astounding on the other side of the coin where you're just not really, you've not broken out yet. You're so close, and it very well could happen soon. But this is exactly where major reaction reversals occur too. So you are just at a critical area. Cue up the song again, right? Or massive markup coming or massive breakdown. You're at the level, man. Whew. My God. No, this is homeless Mitch. This is not emo Mitch. I'm not being emo, dude. Sometimes I'm emo Mitch, but not today, man. I'm just homeless. Oh God, not this, man. Oh my God. Yep, so Dow Jones below support resistance, bearish. The whole zone is garbage. S&P's at like, oh my God, either break and just bull trend or reversal, bear trend continues. And then you got the NASDAQ 100 futures in the bottom left. It's just like,
can you check out Dollar Up? Thanks for all you do.
Lieutenant Ponzi, thank you so much for the 20. We'll look at OP Coin. Sure. We'll look. So just nearing its highest highs of the year. You just don't know how long it'll meander on up. There's no edge anymore, right? It's gone up so high for so long that there's no real divergence, really. It's just continuing, and I think you're gambling, shorting it at any time. You just don't know when the dump's going to happen because the trend's kind of been your friend, and it could very well just keep going. Yeah. So, and then the Russ 2000, the bottom right, clearly mind-numbing lobotomy market, right? Mid-March, right? 2023. It was a 1769. Guess what? It's 1769 today. Get wrecked, dude. Dead index. But yeah, I mean, ever break 1800, then it's like, look, I mean, there could be a confirmation low on the 4 hour. You test this again, you probably gonna break out. But just how does it keep failing over and over and over? So I'm just kind of beside myself here. Okay, OP. I know this one was doing crazy stuff, but the crazy stuff's over, and for good reason. TA effing respected here, Larry. Yep, on the way up and the way down. Perfect. Gotta love it, man. This is how it goes. So, you know, it was a beautiful classic accumulation structure, an 886, a W shark pattern complete. It was just incredible, man. And then the markup, and then it goes to where? This is what makes this asset so like someone's like, TA just doesn't work in crypto. You're an effing liar. I'm showing you how it does work in crypto. Oh, did it not complete a W shape? Right there. Look, it's there. Bullish divergence. Lots of bullish, triple bullish divergence where it bottomed, then a higher low, then another one.
$26.04. Hey Mitch, can you check out UPSD please? Thanks. 0.014000000 ETH.
Jake, is that Jake from State Farm? Thanks so much for 2604. Get off the phone. Or something. Well, she's a guy, so. Shooting first, by the way. Anyway, so, right, were buyers not accumulating the rule of three? And did it pump on the second? No, it was the third low.
There's a woman. Have you seen the documentary by Matt Walsh? Just now hearing about it. Thanks for all the tea. Hey.
Oh, I didn't know I needed to be told what a woman is. No, I'm good, dude. I know what you're talking about, but no, I haven't seen it, but I don't really know what it's going to tell me that I don't know. Right, we are in the Orwellian future now. The future is now, old man. Right, truth or lies, lies or truth. Yep, and you can show as much evidence of a truth now, and the people are so indoctrinated and demoralized. They don't believe true, authentic evidence. So its demoralization is complete. That's why they turned on the COVID switch. This is a process that's been going on for 70, 80, 90 years. Bolshevism in Western education systems that has metastasized into all the other institutions of our society. And now, again, right, once that happens, there's a crisis. Yuri Bezmenov talks about it. The KGB's, their whole plan, and the whole COVID lockdown was it. George Soros talks about it. It legitimized means of control for all of them over us peasants. So now it's blossoming at such an accelerated rate right now because all the entities of society are now completely compromised by this neo-Marxism. So I was a little occupied with that, but anyway, so where does OP top out at? And not somewhere from the high to the low, a golden mean ratio, a 1.618 fib extension, and it wasn't the first time, it was the second time. You can't even see the 1618 because it's so lined up, you know, with that trend line. I could get rid of it, I guess, so you can see. It's uncanny. It's literal magic. 1, 2. Okay, confirmation, the top sin at the 1.618, the golden mean ratio. Then a massive drawdown, a lower low than previous low. Then the rally. Guess what happened? On the attempted rally, a lower high than the previous high. Distribution. First real evidence of distribution for market participants, less than before. Then another sell-off, then another rally, and guess what? Confirmation distribution. That's what these curved lines are for right here. And look at that. After the second test, when market participants gained the confirmation they needed, then the markdown began. Now OP, you know, working on its lowest price since mid-January. It's a bubble pop. It's OP. OP doesn't do anything. Give me a break, man. It's something. It's a vehicle. All these cryptos had been that. They are vehicles for people to speculate, to trade. And you can trade all kinds of ways, right? But, you know, there's a formula that's been studied for 100 plus years that it's been researched by a lot of people that I've invested in myself for a long time from their studies, and I just tried to instill it in you here. And so that's what these markets are for speculating the right way, managing your risk with stop losses and appropriate entries with equitable take profits. So anyway, the pump, the dump, you're coming on down probably to an 88% retrace. Okay, so we would now anchor from low to high here. 88% retrace is 94 cents. I would say that's the target. I think that's the target. The bad action magnet move was from March 12th. You broke that. You even back tested as resistance. Back tested the 200-day some moving average as resistance as well. Wow, my God, that's pretty nice. No one. I didn't say that COVID was fake. You're misconstruing my words. The actions taken by governments was the scam, not the virus. And we know what happened with the virus, how it all came to be. It was taxpayer funded, NIH, man. But yeah, you can say that I said that COVID was fake. I didn't say that, man. Yeah, people have died from it. Guess what? People have died from it that had comorbidities too. A lot of people have died from the gene therapy, the pseudo vaccines. They are not real vaccines. They did not do anything but enrich big pharma by trillions of dollars. So further consolidation of these entities that own our governments now. It's scary stuff, man. And if you don't think that's happening, you're just one of those demoralized, indoctrinated people. That's all you are. So OP, a lot lower. I would say $1.95 in time. If you're patient, you'll get it. All right. So again, Bitcoin is on the cusp of a massive breakdown, man. And what's concerning is like a second time. Third time, though, we know the third time. We know there is the rule of three. The third peak, when it's put in, the resolution is nigh. Resolution's coming, whether it's a false bearish breakdown and we're about to moon or about to get destroyed. The third peak is virtually the signal. It's time to resolve all this stuff. And of course, it happens where buyers defend and a massive markup happens, right? Give me a chimney. But chances are, with the distribution here, probably going to be the other part of the house, right? No chimney, it will be a house. You will be creating a house. This is the roof pattern. All right. So I just wish you luck if you're in crypto, because I just showed you total 3. What more do you need to know? Total 3 it's below the support. It's put in another lower high, the third lower high. The only thing left on total 3 is the massive, colossal markdown to the lows of the entire sell-off. Again, we'll go back to it so you can see. Telling you, man, the bearish, everything has formed, it's matured. And the next thing to happen is the drawdown, the massive markdown, huge red candles. That's it. Here's Zach Drew coming in saying FUD. No, there's no fear. There's no uncertainty, and there's no doubt. If this aggregate, total 3, is below the 2017 high, there is no FUD. There is no FUD. It is an automatically bearish decision, right? You are bearish below that level. Now you get above it, we'll talk. We'll come back. But below it, it's just reality. You can call it FUD. I call it reality. You can be delusional. I'm not going to be delusional. All right, cool. Just make sure we're on the same page, Zach Drew. You can go pray to your Cardano coin or whatever S coin you worship. Go ahead and do it, man. I'm sure, yeah, some of y'all out there, y'all worship an S coin. Good for you, man. But my project, the guy who created this S coin, he's got a better heart than everybody. Yeah, FDX, FedEx got wrecked, right? Yeah, FedEx is nice, okay, because a rainmaker. Why is it awesome? Because it's in a bearish trend and it's undeniable. Look, these things happen, right? Where a supply line will get breached, and it's 1-2 on the bottom, 1 on the top. Really, not even a big deal. But it hits an 88% retrace. That's why. And then tops out there, completes the bearish bat pattern. There's bearish divergence at the pattern, the PRZ, price reversal zone, or pattern completion zone, PCZ, PRZ, and that's it. This is where, right? You would think that the next big markdown would occur, where eventually you see fresh new lows. Yep, completed W shape. Yep, in a downtrend. This is a bread and butter continuation. That's the way I think about FTX. That's it. FedEx. Well, I hate to see it. But this just makes the most sense for down, not up. It does. It makes the most. It would make more sense for Bitcoin to draw down multiple percentage points next, not to hold and rally, because context tells us up 70% from the lows, tested and failed to break a key inflection point at the end of that big 70% run, and then confirmed that what was once resistance is resistance for sure. And then the lower low than the previous low, then the last high, the classic distribution argument is now on the table. And you just got to deal with it. Understand that. I hope it holds, but again, it seems more probable down than up because of the lower high. And total 3, we don't even need to talk about it anymore because auto bearish until it breaks above a key level. And that's that 2017 peak. Yeah, FTX, if one owns FTX, it's great. One could say, I mean, based on technicals, it's a great level to get out. If they got in on any wave up, it's the area for a reversal for sure on FedEx. Yeah. And the trend is your friend. It is a bearish trend, and you're at an 886. That's it, man. You're now just asking to lose money if one does not exit at an 886 in a long established downtrend. Why is no one in here saying anything about Pepe Coin? What happened, dude? What happened to Pepe Coin? Who's gonna change the world? I'm gonna be rich, man. Be a millionaire because Pepe Coin. Flash and bam. Gone. They're all gone, dude. All right, we've been live hour and 30 minutes. If you joined the live stream, hit the like button, the bell, sub. Here's the Patreon link. It's pinned above. If you want to support a 100% crowdsourced channel, community, you believe in the things I say about hey man, you support a content creator that, that is in line with your values, right? I mean, you want to do that. That's that link right there. It's first of the month, best time to join. But again, you get access to all my charts. I'm very active in charts only. You get pinged massive developments across the markets of all kinds of things happening. You get trade setups, you get educational content, you get access to the premium Discord chat. There's a lot of value in it. But again, the number one reason above all is you're supporting a crowd-sourced stream community completely. And when you do that, you are virtually protecting the integrity of the community that's been around 5.5 years, just teaching the word of traditional technical analysis. Whew. Real money moves in silence. Yeah, bro. Yeah, dude. All right. Well, I'll leave y'all to it. Thank you so much for coming out. Really appreciate each and every one of you. Shout out to Brad and Shaylin. Making the dream work. So I'll be back. Until next time, respect. The TA. Wait. I have another, hold on. Hold on a second.
Is that adjoined?
Okay, let me just start over. Muted mic. God, dude. All right. So this actually kind of interesting chart where, right, a key ice line from 2020 You'd breached it, you'd back tested as resistance, you sold off. All right, well, the selling pressure couldn't really, it didn't really come in. Like it just went back down to this old low, all-time low from December. So the market participants, the buyers, pushed the price back above that 2020 ice line. And then a formal bullish back test of that level that was once support became support again. So the reconfirmation of the validity of the support occurred. And so you're catching some follow through off of that occurrence, right? The reconfirmation of the validity of the ice line from 2020. Nice. So today up 9.2%, bullish engulfing candle, highest daily candle close since August of last year. These are promising things. This is actually interesting enough to where someone could try if they wanted. You're close enough to that level. Maybe wait, maybe get a red day tomorrow. But anything above, if one has their stop loss below this ice line right here, going back, let me just make it perfect scaled out here. God. Right there. One could have a stop loss marginally below that level. And if it holds, there could be a lot of upside. A first target, $37.50. I think a second target would probably be $54. Pretty bread and butter stuff, like double bottoming. It was a double bottom breakout. You broke out and you back tested the breakout. You could think about it like that too. It's all happened at a 1.618 level or a little bit further. Maybe it hits the hop, Scott Carney's hop, harmonic optimum price. And maybe that's where the type 2 is occurring. But again, anything above this $23 level is safe for actually some decent upside. Below it, you're out. You want nothing to do with it. All of a sudden, if the price ever falls back below $23, you now have an argument to not own this asset, if that makes sense. Okay, so there you go. Sorry about that, Jake from State Farm. That's it, dude. All right. It's all about the levels. It's not about knowing where an asset's going next, but it is about knowing where inflection points are and what technical indicators are occurring at those levels. Spring back test of spring, bullish back test. That is an indicator after confirming a bottom at all-time lows. I mean, these are things that can play out. And one would be taking profit and exiting when they get to the next targets if it was to succeed. Aha, here we are, chat. Resolution after the third high. The roof's about to be on fire. And we have our first target would be $25,000 roughly. 25K. But understand that you have the 200-day moving average at 23K, the 786 at 21K, and the 886 at 20K. All like valid retrace targets. And here it is. Oh, we could be doing it. All right. Asia is awake. Asia is not defending this level. We might have a bearish breakdowns on our hands now. It is occurring. The support is breaking as I'm speaking to you. Thank Jake from State Farm so much for keeping me here. Already down 1% on the new day. This is, oh God. Session lows right now, lowest price, Bitcoin seeing since May 26th. New month, new price, action. That's right, Bizico. As long as there's price action, all right. Got to see some price action, though. Got to see an actual follow through, not a Rudy Poo joke. Oh, it sells off and then rallies and then the stock market opens and then the dumb rig market takes over like it's doing now, illiquid market, you know. So there's no true flush yet. It's getting close, but it just hasn't really occurred. It can take hours upon hours upon hours to really happen. So it's hard to time these things. It's just always an honor and a pleasure when we get price action while I'm live. Pretty rare, actually. There it is. Yep. Muted. It's not broken down yet. This is how it goes, though. This is how close it gets. Same on the stock market. These index funds, how close they get to getting destroyed. And then, by the grace of God, the buyers come in the next day and push the price all the way higher. Again, you cannot have any optimism because your third lower high has been put in And if you believe in the rule of three, I think when the rule of three is there, when the third high has been put in, the probability has increased a lot that there will be resolution, whether it is a fake out to a massive impulse candle up or down. Chances are, because it's classic distribution, down. But we are not arrogant, and we don't act like we know where an asset's going next. Just seems more probable down than up. All right. $26,600, down over $200 on the new day, and testing flirtation with a major level. The level of, I mean, like, this is the bottom of the roof. About to break through. Gonna break through the roof and then save Angela's cats. Oh my God, it's happening. Scene in the office. That's right, Sharknado. It is very, very close. I mean, this is like where you see it. I mean, after that, that's the last. That's all it was, man. That was the last one, man. I'll leave y'all to it, though. I mean, if it dumps, it dumps. So what am I going to do? Like, oh, I'm going to wait all night for it to dump. Stupid market. Like waiting. False breakouts happen all the time. And I'm just not going to wait around. But yeah, at least you know how to protect yourself in these situations. Be allocated properly for the possible major markdown after the third high. Till next time, respect the TA. You're not going to get resolution, man. What were you thinking? You thought this support was going to break? You're crazy, man. No support's ever going to break ever again. Get wrecked.